Hello, young readers. Welcome to Story Time with me, your darling little narrator. If you like this channel, please subscribe and then click the bell to get notifications every time a new story is posted. Oh, and if you like a story, please smash that like button. Okay? Now, if you're ready, sit back, relax as we start our journey to story time. The name of this story is 101 Dalmatians Puppy Trouble. We won't be gone long, Pongo promised Perdita. The Dalmatians were joining their human pets, Roger and Anita, for a picnic with old friends. It was a beautiful summer day, and Pongo was excited to get to the park. I'm just not sure we should leave the puppies, Perdita said. Will Nanny be able to handle all 15 of them by herself? Pongo smiled at his little Dalmatians. They were curled up snugly together in their sleeping basket. What could possibly go wrong? He asked Perdita. The puppies are napping. Besides, Nanny can handle anything. Perdita nodded, trying to forget her worries as she followed Pongo into the sunshine. Pongo is right, she thought to herself firmly. The puppies will be absolutely fine. It was not long before the puppies started to yawn and stretch. Rolly's paw hit Lucky in the ear, waking him. The smell of fresh summer air made Lucky want to go outside. Let's get Nanny to take us for a walk, Lucky urged the other puppies. When Nanny finished watering the plants, she turned and saw 15 puppies eagerly holding their leashes in their mouths. Oh dear, she said, looking into their big, hopeful eyes. Well, I suppose puppies do need to go for a walk now and then. With 7 leashes in her right hand and 8 in her left, Nanny followed the puppies onto the sidewalks of London. Lucky strained against his leash as he neared the playground. He couldn't wait to play on the slide. When they reached the park, Nanny unhooked their leashes and breathed a sigh of relief as the puppies scampered off. The puppies had a wonderful time at the playground. Patch and Pepper loved digging in the sandbox, and Rolly found a rope to chew. Lucky spotted a pretty butterfly. He got ready to pounce, but the butterfly flew up high and landed on the steps to a slide. Lucky chased the butterfly up the steps all the way to the top. The butterfly landed on a nearby wall. Lucky jumped from the top of the slide and landed next to the butterfly, but it flew away again. Look at me! Lucky barked happily. I'm taller than everyone else. But his brothers and sisters didn't hear him. They were busy playing. They were so busy, in fact, that they didn't see Lucky jump from the top of the wall to chase the butterfly and disappear to the other side. When Lucky jumped off the wall, he didn't land on the ground. Instead, he landed in the back of a fire truck. It started speeding down the road. Wee-oo, wee-oo. The sirens blared. Woof, woof. Lucky barked, I'm a fire dog. Lucky enjoyed his ride, but he was glad when the truck pulled to a stop. He knew he had to get back to the playground. The firemen were busy getting the ladder from the back of the truck. They ran to a big tree. Meow. Lucky saw that there was a kitten stuck in the tree. He watched one of the firemen climb up the tall ladder. Then he jumped off the truck. A puppy? Someone said with a squeal. Lucky looked up and saw a little girl with curly red hair pushing a dog carriage. She reached down and picked him up. You can be my new dolly, the little girl said as she tied a bonnet around Lucky's head and dropped him into the carriage. "I'm going to keep you forever." Lucky shook his head as hard as he could, but the bonnet would not come off. "Grrr," Lucky growled. He did not like being treated like a doll. Besides, he had to get back to his family. Suddenly, the little girl spotted something on the ground. "A button!" she cried. She bent down to pick it up. Lucky knew there was no time to lose. He jumped out of the carriage and pawed off the bonnet. Then he ran down the street as fast as he could. At the end of the block, Lucky cocked his ears and listened. He could hear barking. His brothers and sisters were only a couple blocks away. Lucky raced across the street. He heard a horn honking as a car swerved to avoid him, driving into a mud puddle. Dirty water splashed all over Lucky, but he ran on and on. When he finally made it to the playground, he was out of breath. Inside the playground, Nanny was trying to count the puppies, but they kept running around. "Oh, I give up," she said finally. "Woof, woof," Lucky barked as he scratched eagerly at the gate. Nanny looked up. "Why, hello, little pup," she said as Lucky wagged his tail. "Too bad you can't come with us, but you're not a Dalmatian. You should go find your own family. I'm sure they're worried about you." Lucky was confused, but then he caught sight of his reflection in a nearby puddle. He was covered with dirt. He looked like a Labrador puppy. Nanny didn't recognize him. Lucky realized he had to wash the mud off his fur right away. He ran to join some children who were playing in a fountain. The children giggled as the little Dalmatian jumped about in the fountain, then shook himself clean. A man sitting on a nearby bench looked over and frowned. He was not happy. His newspaper was covered with water and mud. Lucky ran toward home. He grinned as he spotted Nanny crouching in front of the house, unhooking his brothers and sisters' leashes. "My goodness," she said as Lucky ran past her into the house. "Where did you come from?" Later, when Pogo and Perdita came home, they found Lucky curled up in the sleeping basket. "You see," Pongo whispered to Perdita, "I told you nothing would go wrong." Well, that ends our story. I hope you enjoyed it. Nothing like a little puppy trouble to get your day going, huh? What do you think about Lucky? Was he lucky? Well, he was lucky because he did make it back to his family after all of the adventure he had that could have gone wrong if anything had just went a different way. So he was truly lucky. Well, until next time, I am your little darling narrator, out.